All right. Okay, so it is recording. Hi, this is Carla
Hi.
Baccio and Amy Showman. That's how you pronounce it, right, Amy Showman?
Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
got it right.
All right, so we're gonna, this is an informal presentation on how to make an ad for your like page on Facebook. And I think it is, I've learned with time that it is very important to get likes of people that you want to like your page, because then it's a lot easier to um, to make other ads. Like this is just an ad to get likes to your page, and then when you get another ad to get conversion into your lead page, for example, then it's a lot easier because you will only promote it to the people who already know you. And so that is a lot easier. Your conversion rate is a lot higher. So my page here, let me just go and show you my page. I'm not promoting it right now. I actually put that one ad on hold. So this is the page. This is my like page. And the one that I'm focusing, I have two pages. One is for my bootcamp, which is local, just local people. And this is for Beachbody, which I thought was much better, much better. That way I can just reach out. Different audiences have different, different, you approach them in a very different way. So this is my page. It's called Fit Mom. And then same, I made a lot of mistakes. So one of the mistakes is that Fit Mom is very common. There's a lot of fit moms out there. So okay. I will probably change the name, but like I told you, Amy, this is something you can only do once. So if I'm going to change the name, I want to make sure I know what name I'm going to put it. I'm either putting my name on it or something else. I follow Amber Scott, and she had, her page was Amber Scott like page, and now she changed it to Creating a Destiny.
Oh. Okay.
And I noticed, because I've been following her for a while, that now she gets more people commenting. I mean, she's always had a really good, she has like 60,000 likes on her page or more. Yeah. So she knows what she's doing. And for some reason, she changed it from her personal name to Creating a Destiny. So that's why I want to really think about it before I do any changes, before I make it changes. But right now, for now, it's called Fit Mom, and it's got my picture, so people know that's me. Okay. So this is the page.
Carla, if they click on Hello, Start Here, does that send them to like an opt-in page or something?
No, what happens is that the start, okay, let's go to that picture. Let me see if I have it right here. No. So I'm going to show the picture first. So this is the step number one. You want to have a picture that's going to get some attraction. And what I was telling Amy is that to me, simple is better. I am one of those high percentage of Facebook users who is a fast reader. I don't stay in one post if it's too long. I just don't. But some people do. Some people like to write a lot. Some people, if it gets my attention, then I'll stay. So let me show you first the picture that I used for that one ad that was really good. Actually, the guy from Social Media University, he messaged me privately. He asked me if he could use my ad to use it on his webinar. So I thought it was he said it was a very high rate. What I paid was $5 a day, and I was getting about 30 likes per day. So it went up. At the beginning was 30 likes, and then towards the end of the month that I promoted my page, at the end it was about 25 likes per day, but still pretty high.
Yep.
I think between 20 and 25 is actually really good for $5 a day. So this is the picture that I used, and let me make it just a little bit bigger. And this is the ad, and see how it's very, 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 very simple. It doesn't have a lot of wording. It doesn't have a lot of.
It is really simple. I think I would have been more wordy, so I appreciate you sharing that tip.
Yes. So, and it's very easy to see. So simple colors, black and white. To me, I think it's just so easy to identify. A lot of people make collages, and they are full of graphics, and they look really nice. But just the way I say it is, imagine you're driving on the highway, and you know how you see this, these signs on the street, and I see this all the time, and I don't understand, because these people make a lot of money to make those signs. So I've seen those, that you're driving and there's so many things you need to read and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know what it was all about. So they're spending all that money and people are not really getting the message. So it's the same. I think you have to think about it this way when you're doing on Facebook. People are driving on the highway and you know, it's a fast, they just have to look. And what it says, when it says say yes, it's gonna lead them to this like page button. So they don't even have to visit the page. From here, they click and they automatically like your page. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do this. First, step number 1 is make your picture. That's the first one. And the way I do my picture is with PicMonkey. So let me show you. And I'm gonna kind of like make it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to PicMonkey. And sometimes it's very slow when I'm doing a Zoom. PicMonkey. Have you used PicMonkey, Amy?
I have, yep.
Okay, so it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
Easy.
it's fun.
All right, so you make design a collage. You're gonna make a collage. Even though it doesn't really look like one, that's what it is. So let's say I'm gonna use this picture right here. It's the same picture. I used this one for something else. So what you do is you go to this little squares right here and see this presentation. I'm gonna assume people don't really know how to make these things. So
yeah, that's fine.
So let's go click on Facebook cover. And what I do is I go to either one, the first one, just the first one should be fine. Okay. So then after you fit, this is the Facebook, and this is good because it already has the measurements for a Facebook pic. So once you have that, you don't have to guess what the measurement or how many pixels it is. So I put the picture in the middle, and then I just make sure it goes to the middle right here. And of course, you're going to make your own. You don't really have to copy this. This is just, I'm just going to show you the way I did it. If you like it, you can copy. The background, it's black. And the reason why I made it black is because a lot of the posts on Facebook are with color or white. And to stand out, I thought black was a good idea. So I made the background black. And then once you get this done and you like it centered, then you go to edit here, and it's going to ask you, are you sure? Because then you can't change any of this. Where the picture is positioned, it's going to stay there, and the background is going to stay black. So you edit, and then you do whatever else you want to do. So play with this. I like to put this little tape things, kind of like I was taping my picture. So let me show you again. So this is the picture. So I put those little tapes. And just simple, easy to read. There's so many fonts on PicMonkey. Use either, okay, let me show you which ones. Okay, Chunk. These that are very easy. Don't use Lobster. Don't use, you know, there are some that look really cute. Like this one, forget it. You know, like, no, I mean, they look really cute, but you're not a graphic artist. You just want to get out the message. It has to be easy to read font. All right. So it doesn't have to be the prettiest one. It has to be the most clear. To me, like if you look at this side of the screen, the two fonts that get my attention because they're easy to read is the Chunk 5 or the Luckiest Guy. And I believe for that ad, I use Franchise. I'm not sure, but it's either one that it's wide and easy to find. So let's say I use Franchise. For some reason, I think that's the one I used. So
is that you in the picture?
Yeah, that's me.
I love it.
And you know what? You know how I took this? I took this picture. I put my phone on the sand, my iPhone, and I have a timer, an app that has a timer. Like I took like 20 pictures, and obviously just one came out really cool and the other ones are not good at all. But you know, that's all you need, right? Just one. So
obviously behind this ad, you have targeted, you know, gender, age, interest.
Yes. I'll show you that. So let me just finish this. I don't know where. Well, the font has to be, I guess those are the few things that you need to take care of. The font is to be contrast with the background. If you're going to use white background, use black fonts. If you're going to use yellow, use 2 colors that contrast. And if you're not sure about coloring, if you're not on that, you know, because I'm not very good at those kind of things. But the one thing I can tell you is that you can Google anything now. So they have to be 2 colors that contrast for sure. All right. See how this is bigger? It's very, very easy to read. Yeah. All right. If you use another one that looks really cute, people are not going to see it. Okay. So that's about PicMonkey. Now, once you have the picture, okay, you want to go back to Facebook. And let me see how I can do that. Okay. So that's step number 1, having your picture. Step number 2, you want to go to the Power Editor. Now, here's one thing you need to, you can only do this at Chrome, okay? If you have Firefox or any other browsers, close them, use your Chrome. For some reason, unless they changed it, but as far as I know, it's the only way you can do this is with Chrome. Mm-hmm. So from Chrome, on the left menu, you click Ads Manager. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then on the left menu, you're going to see Power Editor. Oh no, I'm not going to make a survey right now. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so with this, you're going to start building custom audiences. There's several different ways to have a custom audience. Ann Parker uses one program that it's called, actually I have it right here, and you can take notes if you want to look into that. It's called Social Lead Freak. Social Lead Freak, it's a program that you can buy and you can download in your computer, and it's going to pull user IDs from groups of people. So let's say you go into a page, this is what I did. I was looking into pages of people who do marathons. So I was looking into the page of the Walt Disney Marathon, several different 10Ks and marathons, because what I want is I want people who already like fitness. But I don't have to convince that, you know, like I really wanted to step it up a little bit. So I was looking into those pages and I pulled the IDs and see, maybe it's not opening now because you need to, I haven't paid for this program anymore. I think it's about $50 a month, but this is one way to do it. It's going to pull the IDs of these people. Social Lead Freak. Okay. And let me show you what it does. Let me see if this, and this is it. It's going to connect to your Facebook. I think it's not going to allow me right now, Amy, because, but this is one option. This is one option. Using Social Lead Freak will give you very, very highly targeted user IDs. It's not going to give you their emails. It's not going to give you their names. It's just going to give you their IDs, which is once you download that on the Power Editor, you have the list of those people and you're going to, boom, target them directly.
Okay, so they will see your Facebook ad on their newsfeed.
Exactly, yes. And so you're pretty much choosing who is going to see your ad on Facebook. There's another way, which is cheaper, obviously, because that's expensive. You have to buy the program and you have to pay monthly fees. So if you don't want to do that, then there's another way to do this. You can go to, I think it's Create Audience, Custom Audience. See, when you create audience here on the Power Editor, click on Create Audience, and you can either have customer list, which is what I pulled from Social Lead Freak. Okay. Or you can actually have a list of your email lists or the people that have signed up into your opt-in page, whatever you have. Website traffic, you can play with this a lot, but here's the way I did. I think this was part of that ad that I made. Okay. Where is it? They changed this a little. You know what? Let me go to, there's going to be something they did. Okay, let me go back to Power Editor. It's a lot slower. Okay, so I'm clicking on ads and it's not really showing any. That's so weird. Okay. I would say Power Editor, it works really well when you already have a list like the Social Lead Freak. If you don't have that, then you probably should be okay with just going to the Facebook ads page. And I don't see making a new ad from here. So I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go back to the ad page. Okay, so this is the ad manager. You are in the ad manager. I think the Power Editor is something you have to download as well. So if you don't see it on your Facebook when you go to ad manager, if you don't see it, then Google it on Chrome, and then it's going to show you how you can download it. That's the way it was a while ago. I don't know how it is right now. You know, they change all the time. So from here, you go to create ad. And like I said, this is a very different way to make your ad. It's not like we were doing where you just boost or promote your post. You're going to tell them exactly what you want them to do. So advertise on Facebook is going to tell you, do you want to send people to your website? Do you want to increase conversions on your website? Boost your post, promote your page. So this is the one that I clicked. I want to promote my page. I want likes, and I want targeted ads. Okay, so which page? Because I have different pages, I'm going to hit the page that I want to promote. Okay, and then, okay, here's where you can target. Who do you want to target? Do you want to target people that are 18 years old? I don't think so. I don't know. It's up to you. You might want to. But let's say I like to work with people that are 30 years old to, between 30 and 48, let's say. I don't mind working with younger or older people, but if I'm going to pay for an ad, I just want to make it very, very targeted. So between 30 and 45. And obviously this might change. As you have to always test. You have to go back to your ad every day and see how it's working. And if you want to tweak it a little bit and try again or do another ad and compare, you always have to track everything that you do. I don't want to target all people. I want to target women. Trina Gray posted a really good report on how on the demographics of the coaches, and it's mostly women. So like I said, I don't mind working with men, but I'm going to target to women. So, I'm sorry, English. And for example, I can actually say people who speak two languages, Spanish and English. And I want just bilingual people, for example, or both. Interest. Here's where you say, what is it that these people like? Now, when you want to target an ad just to like your page, who is it that people that you want to have in your network? Is it going to be people who need the weight loss and that might join your challenge groups? Because those people might like Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Jillian Michaels. So those are the people that are really good ones for challenge groups, if that's what you want to target. But if you want to target coaches, people who just go for the business opportunity, then I would suggest to go for people who like fitness or people who have their own businesses, people who like online marketing. So what is it that you want to work with? Who is that person that wants to work with you or you want to work with?
Is there a limit? So for me, it's coaches, if that was a question directed to me. Is there a limit on the number of interests you can plug into that?
I don't know. I don't really think so. For example, let's see. Let's give it a try. Hobbies and activities. Nope. Sorry. Fitness and wellness. Let's do this. And then what is it? Bodybuilding, dieting. Let's say dieting. And then again, oh yeah, you can put a lot more nutrition. Oops. Okay. Weight loss, fasting, veganism. Like I don't want to talk to people who are into fasting.
No.
Physical exercise. Say you can put more than one, definitely.
Okay.
I don't know how many. Okay, behaviors, connections. So here's another one. You can go ahead and fill this out. What are the behaviors? So do they donate? And believe it or not, the more target, you don't want a broad, you really want to make sure you know who you want to target. Like you have to write down who is this person, what he or she likes, what he or she does, exactly. Write down a description of this person because this is what you're going to write here. And this is the deal breaker on your ad. If you are not if you're targeting everyone, you're not going to get the people that you want. You might get likes, but not targeted. So obviously I want people who are only not connected to FitMom because I don't want people who are connected to FitMom they already like my page. So this ad is no one is going to see it other than those people that I'm targeting. Okay. This is the difference of doing this and promoting a post. Mm-hmm. Okay. When you're posting a post, everybody gets to see it. When you are doing this through the ad manager, no one else is going to see the picture. Okay. Mm-hmm. So here's another option. You can budget per day, which is what I did, or you can have a lifetime budget. And usually, I think when I first started, this is what Anne suggested to do because Facebook likes to see that you're going to put money into it. And they throw your page to a lot of people. In my case, because I'm very careful with my budget. I don't want to go, and then I'm not very organized. So if I forget about this, it's just going to go to $350 in 3 days if I let it. So you have to, if you're going to do this, yeah, you might get a lot of likes faster, but you don't know how much on your budget is going to cost you and you cannot measure. So I personally like to do it on a per day basis and it's only $5 a day.
Now I thought Anne had mentioned on the Dine in Zoom that you could also negotiate with them. Have you ever done that? Like where they might throw out like 5 and then you say, $250 a day?
I think this is the advanced a bit. I've never done that. She's done that. I have never done it. But this is the option when you make a bid. But I don't know how to use it. Okay. See, let's read this. Optimize for page likes. Your bid will be optimized to get more page likes. You'll be charged each time your ad is served. So this is different. It's not every time your page is liked. And you can click get the most likes at the best price and you will get charged for impressions or set the amount a page like is worth to you. And this is another good one. So let's say I believe my ad is worth, $5 is too much. I would say cents. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to make it. If I got 30 likes, let's do the math. Because that ad was really high. 30 likes, $5, 16 cents. So I don't think they're going to like it that you say, I just want to pay 16 cents. But that's up to you. No, I don't know. If you want to give it a try. Honestly, my suggestion is for you to do the easiest way. And as you get better at it, Anne has been doing this for a long time. So she knows this better. She's the expert. Mm-hmm. I'm not there yet. So I'm still learning. And I happen to make an ad that worked really well. But definitely test it because otherwise you can end up wasting a lot of money.
So when you do $5 a day, then you're probably going to show me this, but then do you get to say, okay, I'll do it for 2 weeks, or is the month a minimum?
Actually, when you do that, you're just gonna run your ad, or you can actually put here the start date and the finish.
Okay.
I like to have that same reason, but I always go down to see how my ad is performing, and then I pause it when I know, because
Oh, okay. So you can do that if you're not getting
yeah,
your
you can
investment.
you can always pause the ad. Whatever you do, either run continuously or set the ad with a start and finish date. You can always stop your ad if you feel like it's not working, because if you're only getting like, I don't know, 5 likes for 30, because that has happened before to me, 5 likes, and I'm like, I'm paying all this money for 5 likes, $1 per like, that's a lot of money. So I pause it, and I never did that ad again. So it's a lot of testing and seeing what's going to work for you. And I think that's it. What else?
So when you were doing your Take Your Fitness to the Next Level, did you mean as a coach, or were you saying as a challenge group?
No, I don't mean anything. I'm just, if you look at my page here, it's all about fitness. So I'm not throwing anything out there. I'm not throwing challenge groups. I'm not going to sell them. So what you want to think about when you make an ad or when you make anything like this on Facebook, what's in it for them? You don't want to present yourself like, oh, this is me, like me, because they don't really know you. You really want to say, this is what I got for you. So in my ad, I was telling them, I'm going to help you take your fitness to the next level. So on whether as a coach or not, that doesn't really matter to them right now. If you make the slightest hint that this is for Beachbody or coaching or selling a product, they're not going to like you. They're not going to like your page. They will like you, but they won't like the page because of that. Nobody likes to be sold. And especially now that there's so many ads on Facebook and sponsored, and people are doing all these businesses on Facebook with the mascara, and it's so crazy. Like I get invitations all the time, and it does get a little annoying. So when people see that that's what you want to do, I don't think they'll like you. So if you look at my page, the content that I put is all about fitness and nutrition. Not really. Yeah, this had a lot of people reach, and this is the one that I did in the morning. So this was good, but there was another one that wasn't so good. I think this one wasn't so good. See, only 11 people on this one. So it goes like this. You never know. I like to share my posts on my personal page. This was a good one, but see, it doesn't really have a lot of likes, but people do get to see it.
Yeah.
And then I do an ad on my challenge group or myself or, something like that. And I'm going to start, I like following Amber Scott because she has a really good connection. She's one of the few people I know that has a very personal connection with her followers. A lot of people that I've seen, a lot of people, experts outside of Beachbody that I see on their like pages, they post a lot, but there's not a lot of communication. And if you're following her, you'll see how much activity she's got on her page. Communication, like she's really communicating with her followers. So I think that's huge. And so see, this was not, so it's all about, I'm giving them something. This is what I want them to like. I want them to see that I'm going to give them something to improve their life. And then when I throw the challenge group or when I throw the business opportunity, they'll see who I am and they see what I stand for.
Okay. So I like that. And I have a similar philosophy to you, providing value and content. So when you do throw that out there, like for a challenge group or a sneak peek, then are you sponsoring that ad, and is it done in a similar way to what you just described to us?
Not really. The way I do for challenge groups, sometimes I make a post. The most popular posts for me are for the 21-day fix, but I always try to funnel them into my personal page. So let's say someone is interested, and so I say, okay, you know what? Let's connect and let's communicate. And everything happens on my personal page, because that's when you can have an event and invite personally everyone. Is that your question? Is that what you were asking?
So you really don't sponsor ads on your page. You're just more promoting your page for likes.
I've done that. I've promoted, I boosted. This is what you mean, right? The boost post?
Yeah, boost post.
Mm-hmm. I've done it, but I always wait for a post to have a lot of response, like, oh, this is a good ad, so boom, I'm gonna boost it. I don't post and boost right away. I want to see what the outcome for that post is, and then boom. And yeah, you can edit the post before you boost it. See, this is another thing. You can, if you go here, let's say this post had a lot of interactions and impressions. So let me show you one. Let me show you one that has a lot of, that I can put a call of action. Okay, so, okay, see, this is one post for my challenge group. Okay, and I noticed that this picture on my personal page got a lot of likes, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this picture. That's how I tested it. So here's what I did. No more excuses. If you're not working out at least 30 minutes a day, 6 days a week, blah, 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 blah. So this is it. So if I don't know, this post was already boosted, so I don't know if I can edit. See, because I already edited this post, I already boosted this post, I cannot edit. Okay, this would have been a really good post to have a call to action. So you want more information, sign in here and get their email and get, like this would have been a good example to how to tweak it a little bit. So that's the way I do it. So first, see what works. Then edit so you can have a call to action. You want to get a personal connection, either email, phone number, name, who are they, not just message me, because they're not going to, sometimes they just don't do that. So I like to say that, okay, or fill out an application, you use Google Forms, right? Okay, it's great because it's kind of like a questionnaire, and so you can get their phone number. So get a call of action and then boost the post. Okay?
Yep, everything's been really helpful. I really appreciate you. Just, seeing you do it makes me confident that I can try it myself.
Yeah, you can absolutely, and that's the way it is. It's just testing and, error, fix it, test it. You see what works, you see what doesn't work, you tweak it a little bit, and it's a fun process. The good thing is that once you have targeted your like page to your audience, when you boost your post, those people are going to see your ad. So instead of boosting your post, and see, when you boost a post, if you've done it, you'll see how you can boost to your audience. And I think you get more likes. So if you hit boost post, I'm just clicking on a different one. It'll give you the option to, all right, so this is how when I do this, you can actually audience people who like your page. And that's very easy because they already know you. Okay. And then sometimes I target people. And this is, I'm sure you've done this, Amy, when you do the interest. And I don't know, this doesn't really work as much. I think it's better when you hit people who already like your page.
Okay.
And that's why it's so important to get the people that you want on your page, not just anyone.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I know the team does too. So I'm glad we recorded it.
Yes, thank you, Amy. I'm glad you did. Yeah, I'm definitely, this is going to be useful for anyone. So I'm just I'll post it. And so hopefully it serves everyone. All right.
All right. Thanks so much.
Okay, girl, you're welcome. I'm going to start recording.